What's up, folks? I am back, and I've got some POLYPHIA today, off the new album. Very excited. I haven't listened to it yet. I've been holding myself back so that I could do these reviews honestly. First time listens. Um, I you guys wouldn't be able to tell. You wouldn't know, but I take this seriously. I want to. If I'm going to say it's a first time reaction, I want it to be a first time reaction. So, haven't listened to this yet. Looking forward to it. This is Bloodbath featuring CHINO Moreno by POLYPHIA. We'll get into it in just a minute. Before I do a few things, a little housekeeping. First of all, like and subscribe. Helps me out. Doesn't hurt you, right? Just a little button push, and then you get to see more shirts like this. And who wouldn't want to see more shirts like this? I have a Patreon now. Here's what I'm thinking for this Patreon. I am not going to be hiding stuff behind a paywall. That's not my goal. I don't want to set it up so that I can, create a special new place for people to go. But there are songs that I do that get blocked by copyright. So I'm going to put those songs up on the Patreon with links, so that if there's a song that you've requested that I have done but haven't been able to show, you can watch it there. There's also a few other things, but that's the main idea right now. But I'm not going to start putting songs that I just want to do. I'm not just going to start putting them on Patreon, at least not yet. Maybe someday I'll start doing extra videos for Patreon, but right now it's just going to be like this. I am not an expert. I'm not a guitarist. Well, I have a guitar. I'm not a great guitarist. I'm not a drum tech. I'm just a guy. All right. I don't have a lot of expertise. So there's going to be some finer points that I may miss. All right. So if you're looking for that kind of analysis, there are some people out there that can do that. I think Key of Giebs, there's a couple of guitar professors, guitar teachers who can do that. But that's not really me. That's not my skill set. And then don't be a dick. That's my most important rule. You may not like this song, you may not like my review of it, and you may just not like me in general. That happens. It's all right. I don't mind if there's a little bit of disagreement between us. That's okay. It's opinions. But I would just ask that we try to keep it respectful. I try to be really respectful and thoughtful when I do these videos, and I would appreciate a little bit of that in return. So, with that out of the way, got my espresso. Let's go. This is Bloodbath by POLYPHIA featuring CHINO Moreno.
Watch me
that was sick. That is that's really a departure. Well, that's not exactly true, but this is definitely the like crunchiest, most straight like metal that I've heard on this album so far. I haven't listened to the full album yet, but you know, from where we started with ABC, Playing God, Neurotica, like Playing God and Neurotica, I reviewed those. They didn't hit me really. You know, a little jazzy for me. And then ABC's was all right. It was very poppy, but I enjoyed the vocals. I thought it was a fun one. Ego Death is my favorite song so far, probably, because I love Steve Vai. I think the addition of the trumpet at the end. I know they did another song with brass tracks. I haven't listened to it yet, but I think their incorporation of the trumpet is really cool. And then I just did Chimera. And Chimera was really good also. But I think this one might take the number 2 spot for me. I was completely not listening to the lyrics. Just FYI. I know there were some. I heard a few of the words in and out, but I was really listening to the music. I was trying to keep up with the instrumentation. And yeah, it really, they went really hard with the distortion, right? With the crunchy guitar sound. Which is sort of unusual now. And part of it is because I think it hides a little bit of the technicalness, right? The crunchier your guitar is, the fuzzier that guitar distortion is, the harder it is to pick up individual, especially like little half notes. But I happen to love that kind of guitar. Really, really cool. And, Tim gets all the credit. As he deserves. Tim is a fantastic guitarist and arranger. He does most of the music. But the drummer, right, Clay, I mentioned him in the last one. He is phenomenal. He does so much to keep these songs like moving. And then the bass work. And see, I need to look up these names because I don't know all the names of the people in POLYPHIA. And I don't want to leave anybody out. So we got Tim, we got Clay on drums, Scotty LePage, and then Clay on bass as well. So we got 2 Clays, both Clay. I feel like the bass in this one had more to do, right? It was a little bit more involved in the piece as a driving force. I thought it was really good. They're just all so good at their instruments. It's a little bit offensive. It's like they just said, all right, let's just take the best musician we can find at each instrument, and then we're gonna throw them into a band, and we're just gonna make this like highly complex jazz metal, but it really is easily accessible and it's easy to listen to. 'Cause like I've said this in other videos, but when you have this level of skill, it's very easy to take it into directions that are not pleasant. I keep saying I'm going to do an Yngwie Malmsteen video. I really need to, because I don't enjoy his music very much. I've seen him live, but I didn't enjoy it because it's just kind of just shredding. And although you can appreciate the technical ability that it requires to do that, it's not like catchy. POLYPHIA is able to make songs that are catchy. They stick with you. You can hum the guitar parts, right? You can feel the drums as you're listening to it. And that takes a lot of skill to be able to make music that is so complex, incredibly difficult to recreate, and also accessible to a broad audience of people, most of whom don't play guitar, right? These are not all fans who just are good guitarists and are like, he's a better guitarist. You have fans that don't know shit about instruments that can appreciate this, and that is a real skill. So my hat is off. There we go. That is my first My first prop gag. So stay tuned for more of those. That'll do it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day out there. Hope you had a good Halloween. Drink lots of water, get more sleep, and be nice to each other.